The Mazda RX-4 is one of those cars that quietly sits in the shadows of its more famous rotary siblings, yet it holds an important place in the history of Mazda's bold experimentation. Introduced in 1972, the RX-4 was designed to take the rotary engine into a more upscale and versatile segment. While cars like the RX-2 and RX-3 were known as smaller, sporty machines, the RX-4 was aimed at offering more comfort, style, and practicality while still delivering that unique rotary performance. It came in multiple body styles as a coupe, sedan, and station wagon, giving it broad appeal and making it stand out among other Japanese imports of the time. At the heart of the RX-4 was the famous Wankel rotary engine, specifically the 12A, and later in some markets, the larger 13B. This engine gave the RX-4 smooth, high-revving performance that felt different from traditional piston-powered rivals. In a time when Japanese automakers were still gaining recognition in Western markets, Mazda's insistence on using rotary engines was a bold move. The RX-4's power plant delivered not only spirited acceleration but also a distinctive exhaust note that became a signature of Mazda's rotary lineup. Visually, the RX-4 carried a more refined and mature design compared to the smaller RX models. It had a long hood, a slightly muscular stance, and a fastback roofline on the coupe version that gave it a sporty yet elegant profile. The sedan and wagon variants catered to buyers who wanted rotary performance with more practicality. Inside, the RX-4 featured a well-appointed interior for its time, with comfortable seating, wood grain trim, and a dashboard layout that reflected the era's mix of analog simplicity and stylish details. It was a car that could serve as both a daily driver and a weekend cruiser, something Mazda marketed heavily in export markets. Performance-wise, the RX-4 was not a raw sports car like the later RX-7, but it had an engaging driving character. The rotary engine's smooth power delivery encouraged spirited driving, and the relatively light weight of the car for its size meant it could handle corners with agility. In certain markets, especially in the US, the RX-4 gained attention among enthusiasts who appreciated its combination of style, comfort, and unique engine technology. It was also one of the first rotary-powered cars to be marketed in the luxury-leaning personal coupe category, going up against vehicles like the Toyota Crown and various European imports. One of the most notable aspects of the RX-4's history was its involvement in motorsports. While it wasn't as dominant or famous as the RX-3 in racing, the RX-4 did see competition in touring car events and local club racing. Its rotary engine's higher revving nature made it a fun and competitive choice for drivers who wanted something different on the track. However, the oil crisis of the 1970s and growing concerns about fuel economy and emissions would soon cast a shadow over the RX-4's future. Like other rotary-powered cars of the era, the RX-4 faced challenges due to the rotary engine's relatively high fuel consumption compared to piston engines of similar performance. Governments around the world began imposing stricter emissions regulations, and the Wankel's design made compliance more difficult without sacrificing performance. This, combined with rising fuel prices, meant the RX-4's appeal in some markets was limited by the late 1970s. By the end of its production run in 1978, the RX-4 was replaced by the RX-5, also known as the Cosmo, which continued Mazda's exploration of rotary-powered grand touring cars. Today, the RX-4 is a rare sight on the road and has become a sought-after classic among rotary enthusiasts and vintage Japanese car collectors. Its combination of 1970s styling, rotary charm, and versatility makes it stand out in a crowd. Restored examples, especially the coupe versions, have begun to rise in value as more people recognize the RX-4's role in Mazda's history. Enthusiasts appreciate its understated appeal, a car that doesn't shout for attention but rewards those who know what it is. Owning an RX-4 today means being part of a small but passionate community. It requires dedication, as the rotary engine demands proper maintenance and care, but for those willing to put in the effort, the rewards are worth it. Driving one offers a glimpse into a time when Mazda was unafraid to take risks, blending practicality with innovation in a way few manufacturers dared. The RX-4 may not be the most famous rotary Mazda, but it is a vital chapter in the story of a brand that built its reputation on doing things differently.